I just want to give a warning now, if you're of a delicate disposition, for a start, how are you listening to this podcast anyway, ever?
This was always very confusing to me as a teenager as well, why it was called a blowjob.
Also because your boobs float up and bob above the surface like a sort of top of a submarine, don't they?
With chopsticks as well. It's not ideal.
Hello, Claire Hamilton.
Hello, Sarah Cox.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Teen Commandments. I did really funny, just my right arm straight out like I was trying to stop a bus. Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Teen Commandments, the show where we try to untangle the often complicated brains of our teenagers. This is your turn episode, which you're in charge of, basically, and you're brilliant at it. Your emails are extraordinary. They make us laugh out loud all week long while we're going through them. So it's hello@teencommandments.co.uk. if you will. Send in your stories. You can always be anonymous or give yourself a jazzy name. For example, when I was on holiday and I was India Fitzgerald.
Oh, wow. Is that recent?
Yeah, last year. Ben's like, what are you doing? So I've been talking about teenage hair disasters. You sent so many brilliant ones in that we thought we've just got to read out a few more because they're absolutely excellent. I think they'll resonate with a lot of people right now, taking you back to your teenage years and your terrible hair decisions. Tori said, I had a fringe cut in and I absolutely hated it. So being a 13-year-old, I thought it'd be a great idea to shave it off using dog clippers. Didn't go so well. I had to have a spiky fringe for a long time until it grew out. Mum obviously was horrified. I think, didn't your daughter do
My
that?
daughter did this when I just opened a salon. She was age 5. Play-Doh scissors cut hair, by the way, just for any parents that didn't know this. And she had the Play-Doh scissors and she was very quiet, and then she came to the entrance of the doorway. She said, do you like my hair, Mummy? And she'd cut the whole top section of her head to the scalp in chunks, sort of like...
So a bit like a monk.
Yeah. Yeah, and the rest was really long, and I kind of stifled a scream because I could see her really confused that I was looking upset, and she was really pleased, and I had to sort of say, it's beautiful.
And with you being a hairdresser, you just fix it right away?
No, there was nothing I could do. I actually took her to another hairdresser friend and said, what would you do with this? And she's like...
I like that you're calling in like a panel of experts.
Unless I shave her whole head. So she went into school and I put this big headband around her head and sort of explained to the teacher that she'd cut her own hair and to try and keep it in place. And she came out with it round her forehead.
Like a sweatband.
And everything bunched up and all of these sort of tufts sticking
like
out.
Like an 80s tennis player, basically.
It's like, this is so bad for business, babe. I've just opened a salon. Like,
terrible advertisement. You should have sent her away, like they used to do in Dickensian times. Just send her away while it grew.
She's got loads of kid pictures where we've had to grow it out. Sort of, it took about 1.5 years.
Any stories about hair disasters? Obviously, we're still here for them forevermore. hello@teencommandments.co.uk.
Okay, Sarah said, I dyed my hair bright pink when I was 19. Fab. In order to get the full effect, I obviously had to bleach the bejesus out of my brown hair first. The pink looked excellent for a week, but gradually, as it was shampooed out, it went patchy. I looked like I had a snoozing bag puss on my head.
Yes, that can be a thing with Lola had it, where it was sort of... She dyes it dark, but she obviously can't see what she's doing at the back. So her own natural light hair sort of and form of peroxide starts to spring through at the back. And it's a kind of like leopardy bit, or from a distance looks like her hair is thin and you're seeing her scalp.
Yeah.
You're not, you're just seeing old blonde bits.
Old blonde.
Just starting to bleed through.
That happens with grey as well. Kind of looks like your hair's hovering off your head when your grey roots come through. Do you mean, does it?
No idea. Well, only because I've got 32 different shades of blonde in here. When I see greys coming through, I'm like, yep, there's a bit of baby blonde. Deluded.
Mine comes through bright white.
Does it?
Yeah.
You get a little strip
at the
there.
crown. I get like a little crown.
You have that spray, don't you, though?
Yeah. Yeah, a
little root spray.
Little root spray. Yeah. Speaking of bag puss, do you remember when we were on a flight? It's just sprung in my head.
Go on.
We were really drunk, quite young, on a flight,
God.
and there was an issue with the plane.
Right.
And look how nervous
What the fuck is Bagpuss going into?
You had that little mouse that used to go, we will fix it,
my
every
God.
little bit of it. And the air hostess came over and she said, there's an issue with the plane. And they recognised you and they brought us over some more champagne. And you went, can I play this down the announcement thing? And she was like, no.
So I'd been sent them. I think I'd been sent them as some sort of promotional thing.
You took them everywhere with you for ages. Yeah, they were really
love
funny.
them, to be fair. So it's the little mice and you'd squeeze them and we will fix it, we will find it, we will stick it with glue, glue, glue.
That's it.
Imagine any nervous flyers on that flight, me
You were like,
playing that
"Excuse
down
me,
there.
can I do this?"
Ladies and gentlemen, no, a couple of issues with the plane, nothing to worry about, but we will fix it, we will find it. Oh my God.
Great idea. I don't know why she said no.
So funny. There used to be in our downstairs loo at the old house, at the House of Unhappiness, as I called it. First marriage where I lived then. Oh, we never put up a single light shade. That shows I was never meant to be there for long.
Really?
That's what I always say to myself. We didn't have any light shades up. We just had bare bulbs. Like it was a stark lighting reminder of the unhappy marriage. And then I did one. Great. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were trippy and weird though.
Yeah, they were great.
Julie says, before straighteners were as common as they are now, my daughter used to iron her hair on the ironing board and accidentally once stupidly ironed her face. No, and had a lovely burn line on her cheek.
Nice.
Yeah, easy done.
Lindsay says, sun-in spray equals hair like straw. Need I say more?
We did get a lot of mentions. Big ups for Sunning. Also, let's give an honorary mention to lemons.
Oh, yes.
Where we used to squeeze lemons on our head when we were abroad and literally be surrounded by a cloud of wasps.
And really sticky as well.
Yeah,
It's just and you wouldn't get in the pool because you didn't want your lemons to wash out and get blonder.
Bits of pith and sort of pips and stuff. All the wasps, like you were some sort of cut price, like one of the members of the Avengers or something.
And frying your scalp as well.
Secret, your sort of special superpower was to attract wasps and to have a sticky head. And final one from Louise. Hi, Sara and Clare. My sister was training to be a hairdresser when she was around 15 years old. I already didn't trust her because there was an incident where she wanted to try and do my makeup and she switched from makeup to using nail varnish on my skin halfway through. Okay, good. That sounds like a great story in itself. But anyway, says Louise, I let her do my hair. We bought a bleach highlighting kit from the chemist and she unprofessionally pulled thick, uneven clumps of hair through the holes in the plastic cap.
It'd be quite painful.
Those caps, it really hurt. Apart from making you look like something off an 80s horror film.
Do you know some people still ask for the cap? No, babe.
Having it pulled through, no. They will be. There's a whole landfill full of those caps
Yes,
somewhere.
there will be.
After some time, my sister called me downstairs and I informed her that I think my hair might be ready as it was starting to warm up. Oh, God. I stood at the top of the stairs waiting for her to inspect her handiwork. What I saw instead was a look of horror on her face and she started screaming, "Wash it off, I can see smoke." That's one of the top 3 things you never want to hear anybody scream at you, isn't it? Wash it off, I can see smoke. Obviously, it wasn't smoke. It was actually steam coming through the cap after not only burning my hair, but also losing half a head of hair in the process. Ugh. Imagine pulling off the cap and most of your hair comes off with it. It's dangerous. Don't do it, kids. I also like that she was trained to be a hairdresser when she was 15.
Wow.
If she's 15, she's basically learning how to sweep up, isn't she? She shouldn't be going anywhere near bleach.
She's experimenting at home, which they all do.
Right. Your emails, as ever, are extraordinary. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. First one wants to be anonymous. So here we go. Thanks for your inspired podcast that has me in stitches every week. As a 50-year-old mum to 3 teenage boys aged 18, 16 and 14, and as someone who took full advantage of the 90s as a teen, I really feel seen by this pod. Listening back to your episode about things you find under your teen's bed, I thought it'd be rude not to share this delightful tale with you. Now, despite numerous reminders and threats, my eldest son refuses to adhere to the no food in your room house rule. He also doesn't listen to the no food whilst having a bath rule. But that's another story. I actually talked about that on the radio, and some people were having a roast dinner in the bath.
What?
I know, some had floated little platforms for their dinner.
No. A boyfriend of mine once, he ran me a bath and then he brought me a Chinese takeaway while I was in the bath.
Really?
Yeah, trying to be romantic. It was awful and weird.
Also trying to be a bit sexy. It's hard when you're in a bath, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
like, position yourself. And you're just
right now.
Also because your boobs float up and bob above the surface like a sort of top of a submarine, don't they?
With chopsticks as well. It's not ideal.
It's like, oh, lovely. Spring roll there. Oh, thanks. Did you eat it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Anonymous continues. It was a typical Monday morning and I'd ventured up to son number one's room to change his bed sheets. I braced myself for what delights I might discover under his bed from the weekend. This particular morning, I was delighted to only find a random spoon and an empty crisp packet. That's a win, isn't it? Hooray, I thought maybe he's finally started to shed his caveman ways. However, as I got up from the floor with said debris in hand, something on top of his wardrobe caught my eye. As I looked closer, I realised it was a plate teetering on the edge of the wardrobe. With a disappointed sigh, I got up on a chair to discover not only a plate, but several plates, plus a packet of half-eaten cooked chicken that had been stashed up there. Fuck. I just want to give a warning now if you're of a delicate disposition. For a start, how are you listening to this podcast anyway, ever? Walking out of his room laden with these revolting items, I started to think I was going mad. The contents of the plate had started to move. Could I be hallucinating? Surely not. I looked closer and slowly it dawned on me that the food wasn't moving. It was in fact the thousands of tiny maggots that had made a lovely home in the rotting chicken, the noodles and the half-eaten sandwiches. No. I like to think I'm quite a robust farm girl, but a maggot I cannot do.
No.
Actual maggots, she says, caps lock. I mean, she did well. Something, your natural instinct, you want to throw whatever you've got in your hand and get it away from you as far as you can, but then you've got maggots all over your landing.
I mean, it could be worse because they
turn into flies.
Yeah.
We've had that before where there was a bin bag under a bed where she opened it and it was like something off the Mummy, where a sheet of black flies came out. So believe it or not, Anonymous, you had, you did well. You caught it just in time.
Yeah.
Suppressing a scream, I ran downstairs, shoved everything in a plastic bag and discarded it in the bin outside. Despite my disgust and panic at being overrun by these revolting specimens, I did have the foresight to video the evidence to show my son on his return from school. I showed him the video without explaining what it was. He was absolutely disgusted.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe what he was seeing. So I then took great delight in telling him that this was evidence of his slobby ways and that I had found the maggots in his room. I may have also included a tiny white lie that it was most probable that some of the maggots would have found their way into his bed. They've been eating you. They're under your pillow. Keep up with the amazing pod, says an Anonymous. Thank you so much. Apparently, there's a video of this. I don't think we're going to put it on our socials, are we? It's too disgusting. So if you're just listening to the pod, you'll escape the maggot video. However, if you're watching on YouTube, you're not as lucky. So look away if you're a bit scared of maggots and things. We're going to look at it for the first time. Are you ready, Claire? You pressing play?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh my God. She's really zooming in. There is something.
Look how hard the chicken is.
The chicken has gone dark brown. Something in the way they move. The way maggots move.
Oh.
So disgusting.
Wow.
Well done for doing the little video. Sorry if we've slightly traumatized you watching that. Yuck. If you're watching on YouTube, I think you need to show that little video to any teenagers nearby who insist on eating in their rooms.
Yes.
And just say, look, this is what happens.
Look what happens.
Disgusting. My old mate her dad used to have a maggot farm and there used to be trays of maggots because they obviously used for bait, for fishing. And they used to be dyed all different colours. And from a distance, you're like, oh, what's that? Like a nice bright pink thing. And it'd be a tray of like thousands of maggots.
Oh, and it will really...
Oh, horrible.
Do you know, I had a friend who... she'd read about it in a book, and she had somebody who cheated on her. And so she put in the bottom of his curtains, it wasn't chicken, but it was a fish.
Now, this is the classic. Is this an urban myth, or do people actually doing this?
Because she did it.
This was always the one where people stitched prawns.
Oh.
It's quite fancy. Prawns into curtains.
Oh, really?
But she put what?
She put a fish. Don't know what it was, but she put a piece of fish in the bottom of his curtains, so it stinks, doesn't it, after a while? And you just can't find where the stinky smell's coming from. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea. If you ever stitched a seafood platter into some soft furnishings, let us know. Because it was always the famous one, like revenge on your ex, but I never knew if anybody actually did it, but your mate did.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know what I've got in to do that. Mackerel fillets and tomato sauce, would that do?
You couldn't sew a mackerel fillet, though. You'd have to shove it in.
Just pork it in.
Tomato sauce would be a giveaway, though, wouldn't it, really?
That'd be lovely. Lovely. Oh, this is what really made me laugh. It's the shortest email we've ever got, and it's from Sarah with a H, and this one is for you, Claire. What did she say?
She says, I just wanted to say I bought Fourth Wing on your say-so, Claire, and I'm on page 104, and still no mention of cocks or heaving breasts. What is going on?
I love that. She's like, what is going on here?
She's sat there with a lemon and a Fourth Wing ready.
The lemon vibrator that we were talking
Yes.
about, we'd never rectified what we were getting confused, thinking it was one that you popped up yourself.
Oh, I wasn't confused at that, babe. I think I just used the wrong word, because it's not vibrator, is it?
It's not a vibrator. It's a little lemon-shaped sucky thing, isn't it?
It's a clitoral stimulator.
Yes, so you put it on and it sort of does its...
Yeah.
I don't know what it does.
We've not got one yet, have we?
No.
Apparently it's a game changer, you know.
I think the ones that I found, I think they were copies.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get...
No, it's quite
knockoffs.
expensive, the one that, the actual one.
So that was the clear up with the lemon, because I just thought if people were thinking that, I thought the shape of the lemon... You don't want to be
don't stick an actual lemon.
Yes. So anyway, there's no lemons in Fourth Wing, are there?
No. No, because it's medieval kind of different world times. I don't think they have clitoral stimulators.
No. Well, that's why they're all riding dragons, I imagine. Are they getting a little
I
rub
don't
on
know.
the dragon?
She doesn't really do that on the scales. Did you see that on Antiques Roadshow where she
Oh, that's not true. That's AI. That is AI.
Oh, I believed
No,
that.
it's not true. So do you mean the one that's
the hand?
The hand that looks like for fisting, but it's a little
wooden.
statue and wooden.
Yeah.
And there's a woman saying, my grandfather had it. We found it in his attic. But he never had it on display. And the man's like, well, it's not really for on display. And it's like, it's fake. It's not real.
Oh,
They didn't have ye olde
Did what? Well, when was the first
dildos made from
dildo
oak
ever
back
made,
in the
then?
early 20th century?
Did they not?
When did they come in?
Yeah.
I've no idea. We'll look into that though.
Can we find out?
Maybe that's a
please?
spin-off. We need another history pod, but it's on the history.
Yeah.
Anyway, forget all of that.
Sorry.
When does the sex start in Fourth Wing? Sarah's not happy with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. You've got to give it a bit more. I think probably
stick with it.
Stick with it, because it's brilliant, and you fall in love with a few characters as well.
Okay,
you really
fine.
do.
So keep going
and
with it.
It does get, a little bit. When it's steamy, it's steamy. I mean, like I've said before, it's not 50 Shades. It's not like, she's not strapped in and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Just so you know.
She's not strapped in. This next one is coming from Anonymous. I am a very happy, though occasionally lonely at times, with my empty nest, mum of two very different girls, of which I have so many stories about. Keep them coming in, babe. Keep them coming in. The one that sticks in my mind the most is the blowjob story. So picture this. I'm relaxing after a long day at work with a glass of grape juice on the settee, watching mindless TV.
Does she mean wine?
She means wine.
Okay.
She's having a wine. My 13-year-old daughter's in her bedroom and my Nokia phone pings. So this is setting the time.
Mm-hmm.
The time frame. When would this have been? 90s, do we think?
Yeah.
Early noughties. Daughter says, Mum, can I ask you something? This is on a text. She replies, yes, love, of course. Daughter types, what's a blowjob? Mum writes, would you like me to text you the answer or do you want me to come up? And then she puts, basically hoping that I can text it. Daughter says, can you come up?
She swigs the grape juice.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Quick whiskey chaser. Despite the wine, I gathered myself into mum mode and braced myself for whatever I was about to hear. So I entered my daughter's bedroom. I say to her, okay, what's happened? Daughter says, some boys at school said I've done a blowjob and I don't know what that means. Firstly, boys at school.
Yeah, fuckers.
Little shits. So I told it in the most appropriate wine-fueled way what a blowjob is.
Wow. I dread to think what my version of that would have been after 2 glasses of wine.
You're like, in fact, I'm going to go get a banana. It's easier to show you. Like, Mum, no. So after a pause and much awkwardness, daughter says, why would anyone want to do that? Which, let's be fair, Claire, that's what we all think when we first hear of it, isn't it?
I still do sometimes.
Yeah, you're just like, why would you want to do that? Like, what is the point of that? I then say to her with raised eyebrows and a bit of a shrug, well, have you done it? Just in case.
Yeah.
Because you do have to check these things in case something's gone on, don't you?
Yeah.
Daughter replies, no way. So as I left her bedroom after reassuring her, I turned back around and said, by the way, for future reference, you don't blow, you suck.
I mean, this was always very confusing to me as a teenager as well, why it was called a blowjob.
I know. It is a weird
still
name
don't
for
know.
it. It's a weird thing to do. And I remember when I was working for my...
I thought you were going to say, I remember when I was doing one blowjob one time.
It's been too long, but I remember when I was about 15 and I was doing work experience and I was with these other girls and we were in a kennels and cattery. So I really hope I'd washed my hands thinking about it now because I did a demo on my finger of a blowjob and I'd been shoveling dog and cat poo all day long.
Oh, wow.
We're on our lunch break. We were all talking about sex as you do because you're obsessed when you're a teenager with sex and talking about technique and stuff. I had zero experience at this point. And I remember quite clearly saying to him, when I do a blowjob, I'm going to do this.
Wow.
A quick one suck, kiss on the end, then blow it.
Blow it. Fantastic.
And to me, that was like,
I've nailed it.
I have nailed it. The lucky boy who gets in a bedroom with me, they're not going to know what's hit them.
Who wants a blowjob?
Literally, they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? And I think the other girls are like, right. Fully knowing.
You're full of your newfound confidence.
Yeah. I'm like, ta-da, all pleased with my demonstration. They were like, okay, fucking weirdo. I think despite having wine, Anonymous, you handled that beautifully.
Yeah, very
Well
much
done.
so. So Louise says, growing up in the bright lights of the Lancashire town of Preston, just a few years younger than Sarah and being a single mum to a now lovely 17-year-old, every episode of the pod resonates with me. I thought you may appreciate a funny story from when I was around 17 and had been on a night out in Tokyo Joe's, a glamorous Preston discotheque.
I mean, what a name for a club in Preston. Who dreamt that up?
Wow. Earlier that night, my friend had told me her boyfriend was having a housewarming party that night. So I planned to pop down after the night out. As it was pre-mobile phones, she told me the address and area, which I was sure to remember.
Sure.
Upon tipsily leaving Tokyo Joe's, I somehow managed to persuade a friendly policeman to give me a lift to the party. Wow.
Now, this really speaks of a different time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And as we've learned in recent years, you know, how much can you even trust the police anymore?
Well, yeah.
So this is a very, very of its time.
Of the old days, isn't it?
And mad as well. Like, I mean, obviously it was all perfectly innocent and turned out fine. But the idea also of the police it's real like local Bobby stuff where you get chatting to them. You're like, I'm going to a party, can you give me a lift? And they're like, yeah, go on, jump in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, what the hell? How
How
little trouble was there in Preston Town Centre
on
a weekend? I mean, great.
Imagine that now if you ask someone for a lift.
They'd just be like, well, yeah, they just taser you. Like, okay, I was only joking. I heard it on a podcast. That was me being tasered, by the way.
Oh, right. Wow. And so up I climbed into the back of a meat wagon. in brackets police van.
Old name for the police van, of course.
Where him and his colleagues proceeded to drive me to the party.
Mad.
It soon became apparent as we drove through the streets of Preston that despite knowing the rough area, I had very much forgotten the address.
Oh, God.
As we drove up and down some streets in the area...
By this point, the police have got to be like, well, why the hell have we let this piss girl into our van? Because they're kind of responsible for her now.
Yeah, they have to, don't they? They have to make sure she's safe. As we drove up and down some streets in the area, a front door opened and a guy ran out with his top off and started doing daft things, being egged on by a crowd inside. Bingo, we had found the party.
Yes.
So I pulled up in front of the busy house, left the police van to cheers from a bemused crowd and proceeded to join the party.
By the way, what an entrance to a party.
Yes.
That's really setting out your stall there, isn't it? Like, of how cool and fun you are. Like, yeah, arriving in a police van.
You're quite confidently on your night out on your own as well, aren't you? Like, get me
Amazing,
to the party. As I got myself a drink, I began to mill around and chat to unfamiliar faces. I looked around and couldn't find my friend or her chap and saw a sea of male faces I didn't recognise. I asked where Brian was, whose party I'd come to, and nobody knew. What slowly emerges is that this is not Brian's housewarming, but actually a stag do, and they thought I was the stripper they'd booked. Oh my God. Arrived in a police wagon. When the actual stripper walked in shortly after, I knew it was time for me to exit.
Jeez,
Oh my God, can you imagine that? Just like, you're being egged on. Like,
I mean, my mum brain obviously freaks out, but my sort of putting myself back, we were just completely fearless / daft
fucking
in the
stupid.
90s.
Yeah.
Just like,
I'd have probably stripped off.
you'd be like, oh, all right, fine. Let's have a wine. Also, I mean, there were so many brilliant bits of that email, but I just love the idea of the stripper walking in. You'd kind of be like, tag team, like high five. Good luck, girl.
Thank
Off
you.
you go. Well, what an extraordinary email to end on. Louise, thank you very much. Don't be a
fantastic.
stranger. Send us more. That was fantastic.
I feel like I've been quite educated today.
Yeah, do
You've taught me all about blowjobs,
Yeah, what have we learned
dildos,
today?
the history of dildos.
Yeah, look out for our spin-off, The History of Dildos with Sarah
Where we
and
know
Clare.
absolutely nothing. As
I do know Fiona Bruce. Should I give her a bell and see if she's interested?
Yes.
She does antiques.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I think I can say it would be a firm no from Fiona. Thanks so much for listening to Teen Commandments. We love doing this show. Do share this pod if you will. Leave us little reviews and stuff. Go and join the fun on our socials as well.
Get on the Facebook
Get
page.
on Facebook. We're there. Teen Commandments on Instagram as well. Leave comments under where you listen or where you watch us on YouTube. And we will see you Monday for the next episode. Till then, stay absolutely gorgeous. Claire loves you, babe. Bye.
Bye.